So, for this assignment, I watched an episode of the Rugrats in which it's Mother's Day and one of the children doesn't have a mom, and so the other children help him to find a fake mom, and then they all look for Mother's Day presents. And I'll start out with my response, my interpretation of it. Um, so I thought that the episode was pretty appropriate for children of a young age. It's Rugrats is gauged toward younger children, probably around, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old. And I thought that they took a good approach to making it appropriate for children that age, and they demonstrated a lot of good traits that you would want children to imitate. Because as we know, children mimic and imitate a lot of things that they see on TV, or just things in general. They imitate what their friends do, what their parents do, what their teachers do, and as we've seen, they also imitate what they see on television. So in that sense, I think the show is really appropriate and even advantageous for children who are watching it. There were a lot of scenes where the other kids were super helpful and understanding to the child who had no mom. And then from, I think a parent and a teacher would both have kind of similar responses to mine and similar responses to one another. I think from a teacher's point of view, they would really appreciate how the show was kind of fostering and encouraging the idea of accepting people who are different, and at no point do they make fun of the kid who has no mom or look down on him or make him feel bad, but they're super supportive and really nice to him, and they kind of all join up together and like gang around him and help him to not feel bad on Mother's Day because he doesn't have a mother. And so I think in that sense, a teacher would kind of appreciate the episode. And then I think that a parent, we'll take a mother for this circumstance, would like how the show fostered the encouraging and togetherness, and also how it was family oriented and showed the importance of family, and had a lot of touching moments in that regard. There was no, clearly as Rugrats, there was no inappropriate language, there were no inappropriate gestures. There was, if anything, a few silly little moments, but for the most part, it was helping this one boy to feel better about not having a mom or complete family, and they made light of it in some regards, and they also just really helped this one boy out. So I think that a parent would appreciate that aspect of it. And then as a child, I think it kind of answered some questions that children have in that scenario. Children might say, why does he not have a mom? Or why is he different from not having a mom? And I think they kind of took some of those things head on, and they just showed that even though he's different, the other kids can help him. And at the end, all of his friends say, well, maybe you don't have a mom, but you do have a dad who's like a mom, and he really helps you. So then so he gets really excited, and all the other kids get really excited. And in that sense, I think children who have seen that scenario, who maybe have seen someone without a mom or a dad, would hopefully take that same approach into, well, if you don't have a mom and your dad's like a mom, then it's still okay. And they also didn't say that the mom had passed away. They had a flashback to the mom, but they never actually mentioned that she had passed away or why she wasn't there. So kids might still be curious about that. They might ask when it ended, well, why doesn't he have a mom? Like, where is she? But I think they kind of hinted at the fact that she had passed away. So some of the older children might respond with that, oh, she had died. And some of the younger children might still have questions. But yeah, so that's how I think that a parent, a child, a teacher, and myself would respond to that show.